guys, it's Kira with Polymer Clay TV, and today I'm going to show you how to make what I'm calling a flip-flopped veneer using one silkscreen, 2 colors of clay, 2 colors of paint, and creating a pattern design that flip-flops between the 2 colors. Let's get started. We're going to use the Free Spirit silkscreen, and I'm going to be screening the blue clay with rose gold paint and the rose gold clay with blue paint so that I can flip-flop the designs. So I'm just gonna put this down, and I like to do this by rubbing it down with my fingers, especially when you're going to be using a liquid paint, which this is a really liquidy. You can save it off your squeegee if you have a bunch of paint. So you can lift this up and check, peel it back, let it dry. We're going to go wash this right now. I have conditioned and prepared a piece of scrap clay for this next step. So this is just going to be the backing. It's pretty thin, about a 3 on my pasta machine. And I'm just going to set it over here while I do the next step. So basically, I'm going to use a nice firm straight blade to cut strips. So here I'm going to cut this bottom of the blue off, and then I'm going to cut this strip right below the words. And everything I do now, I'm going to be sort of careful because I don't want to distort too much the clay. So I've laid that strip down on my base of clay. Now, on this side, I'm going to cut off and I'm going to lift this out. So basically I'm going to cut these straight strips every time the design element changes. I'm going to flip back and forth between the 2 colors. Here's how this works. We're going to just keep cutting straight slices off the 2 different colors and rearrange them on our base sheet of clay. You can even rearrange the pattern if you want to. So here I've got the words wild, free, and soar with the arrows a couple of times in this sheet of clay where they're more stretched and spread out on the main silkscreen. So this is really easy. You just use your straight blade, line it up with the design, and make a nice clean cut. And then just lift off the piece that you want to use and keep alternating colors back and forth. It's really that easy. And if you choose your paint color and your clay color to be very close, then your design is going to just flip-flop back and forth between the 2 colors, and it's going to look really cool. So I actually created this rose gold color of clay from, this is what I started with. I used Primo Accents Copper, which is kind of a, it's, to me this is not copper. They redid this color a couple years ago, and this color is more of a, it's not very coppery. The copper that they used to have is closer to the new Primo color, which is called bronze. And I really like that one as a copper. So this to me is more of a rose gold, but it wasn't rosy enough to match the paint that I was using. So I added some alcohol ink. If you want to see my recipe for that and the pictures that go with the mixing process, come on over to the blog. Polymerclaytv.com is our project blog, and I'm going to put that all in the post, including this video. So I'm just going to keep working on this, and then I'll show you how to blend these all together nicely to make a sheet at the end. So here I'm feeling finished with this sheet in particular, and when you use the whole silkscreen like this, you're going to have double the amount, so you can make a lot of this veneer. So now I'm going to take this out of the way and show you how to blend this down into one nice sheet. So for this process, we have, again, my favorite tool, Deli Wrap to the rescue. So make sure your paint is truly nice and dry. You can even test this on a little corner of your main sheets of silkscreen to make sure that the Deli Wrap isn't going to stick to or lift off the paint, which could happen if the paint is tacky. Okay, so I'm going to just use my finger to press along the seams and make sure that everything is just closing up. So I'm going to feel along those seam lines through the plastic. You can feel where they are and just rub them together. And if you rub this way between the pieces and just apply some gentle pressure, you'll get those seams to attach to each other. You can feel this through the plastic. You can feel it happening. You can feel everything sort of blend down so that there's not ridges and bumps between the two pieces of clay. I really like this effect, and I'm going to finish this off and then use a cutter or two to make some shapes of clay. It says free and soar right here, and I really like the shape and size of this butterfly to capture those words. This is a Lisa Pavelka butterfly, so I could come down here, but I don't have enough off the bottom, which actually I can remedy that by adding more clay to the bottom later if I want to do that. But I like this part right here, so I'm going to capture that. But first, I'm going to release this sheet of clay from the tile because I've been pressing pretty firmly on it, and I want to make sure that I don't have a lot of distortion with the butterfly when I try to pull it off the tile. So now that my clay is released from that background, I feel much better about cutting out my butterfly shape. So I'm just going to center up those words, free and soar, in the middle of this pretty little butterfly, and then cut it out. I like to use an acrylic block on my larger 3D cutters to get nice even pressure all the way around. And of course, I'm going to have loads of veneer to make all kinds of fun things with, but here is my butterfly. So have loads of fun. Enjoy using all of your fun tools, especially that flip-floppy color creation that you can do by just simply doing the same silk screen twice with the same paint color as the clay and just going back and forth. We'll see you next time on Polymer Clay TV.